Hello, this is Zachary with Space Engineers. How to say this? If you ever played StarMade, and if you like StarMade, I think you would like this game, to be completely honest. Because it's like StarMade as in it's a, space-based voxel game, which means you place blocks down, take them off, and you can fly ships, like these ones over here. And with your little spaceman, you have a jetpack that you can activate with X, which allows you to get out of the gravity field of this little platform here. You can use V to change from first-person view to third-person view. And you can get in these little ships right here, which are completely made of just blocks, pretty much. You have guns, you got thrusters, you have gyroscopes right here. We got little cargo holds right here. Got a light on this thing. You have reactors, which is your pretty much main way of power. You got landing gear. And you can fly this thing by pressing T. And we're in. And we get this nice, pretty good looking interior cockpit here. I have to admit, whenever I first actually saw this cockpit, I thought it looked really good. And you can fly around with WASD, and you can use the Q and E to roll. You can use space to go up, just up. You can use C to go down. And you can use V to change views from third person to first person. And yeah. As this is alpha, there really is not much to do. In fact, I could not record the menu on Bandicam for some reason due to a glitch, but in the menu, it has a little background video to where all it shows is things crashing. There is a reason for that. Let me demonstrate. Let me back up here. You see there's thrusters all over this thing, and that's because you need thrusters on the side to go left and right. And let me just run into this platform. Hold up, let me get to a bit higher speed. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down. Back it up. I'm just gonna ram this thing full speed. And you'll see why a lot of people like this game and can't wait to see what else is gonna come in. Ram. There we go. So we put a nice hole in this platform here. And the ship is... I don't know where the ship is. Let's go back first person view. Yeah, I would say that ship is pretty much destroyed. That really didn't give it justice. Let's go in this ship right here, which is another one of the starter ships if you just quick start the world in the menu. Let's go to this ship and crash it into this one. Let's go right there. Full speed ahead. So instead of blocks just disappearing, they actually get mangled. Instead of just disappear again, well, like in StarMade. I mean, StarMade they have damage, but they don't get quite mangled up like that. And of course, blocks fall into pieces and all that and float off. You can see that this is pretty much all you can do right now in the alpha, but as you can see, I mean, you got, I wouldn't say realistic damage, but you just got a different, I don't know, just so cool the way the damage is. Let's go in here. And the cockpit is... Let me get unequipped everything here. But let me explain something right quick. You got two different classes of ships. You got a small ship and a large ship. I'm in a large ship right now, which has an interior, which has different cargo holds, has reactors and all that, has lights, while the small ship right there I was flying in, that thing is a small ship, has no interior. The only thing you can go in is a cockpit. It doesn't, the blocks aren't very large. Small ship, big ship, there's a difference. And they also have stations which you can't really move or anything, it just kind of stay there. So there's a cockpit right there. In a large ship, it's just pretty much like a terminal, like a big computer. Press T to get in there, and we're flying this ship, which turns very, very, very slowly compared to the small ship that is bouncing off this ship. That's bouncing off the ship I'm driving right now. Alright, so where do we want to go? I want to go to that platform right there. Oh, stupid window sounds. I'm going to attempt to ram into that big red ship right there. And it slowly turns. Yeah, big ships require a lot of time to turn. Well, unless you put more gyroscopes in there, then it turns quite, I guess, fast. Come on. Come on, we're going to ram into this thing. Full speed ahead. All the power and might this thing has. Come on, aim, aim. And we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it. Better not miss. There we go. And we can just continue to plow right through this thing as fast as the engines will take us. There we go. Let's back off so we can assess the damages here. There we go. So I just ran that thing and put a gigantic just gash in it. Oh, get through the... Here. Where's the exits? Go through here. The gravity's... well, gravity's a bit messed up here. But just look at that. That's beautiful right there. Oh, I'm falling. No, I'm not. B. Come on, hurry up. This don't make for good entertainment. Yeah, right now that's really the only thing you can do right now is just basically crash into stuff. Ah, here we go. That looks like a properly damaged and mangled up ship. I don't even think there's a cockpit in there anymore, is there? Yeah, I think there is. There's still a cockpit in this thing. Where is there? Oh yeah, there is. Right here. Right, where this reactor is. T. Oh, it's saving. It usually does that. T. Oh. Minor. something there. Just look at that. So I just pretty much took that huge, humongous freaking ship and just ran it in here and made this giant gaping hole. And it just looks awesome. Just look at the piece of that ship right there. It doesn't even look like this is based off a voxel, you know, it doesn't look voxel based. And that's what's so good about it. It's like, it's so polished and looks so good. That's why a lot of people like this game and hope it continues to be developed. Just look at that. Wow. But as much as you can crash ships, I mean, once you crashed all your ships, you gotta make new ones, right? Well, we could just make a simple ship right now. Press G, which brings you up this inventory. As this is alpha, it's pretty much creative mode, so I mean, you just take this, put it there. Again, none of these actually work, as in the drill, the Gatling turret, the missile turret, interior turret, the explosive thing. None of these work at the moment. Neither does the medical bay, the assembler, or the refinery. But pretty much the ships work, and that's really what matters right now. So you have a couple options here. You can go to new small ship, new large ship, or new station. New small ship gets you places a block right here. That's all it does. And first you need a cockpit, which can be placed right here. Now, unlike StarMade, ships actually require a little thinking. Well, not so much things, just need to add a bit more things than you do in StarMade. In StarMade, what do you add? You add power, you add these thrusters, which pretty much propel you anywhere, no matter what. And, you add antimatter cannons. The bigger the cannon, the more you know, the more damage it does. But this, you kind of have to, I wouldn't say think a little bit, but you just gotta add a little bit more things you do in StarMade. It's a bit more involved, to say the least. I'm just grabbing random things here. So first, what you do need is power, which can be given by these small reactors here, which will actually use fuel, unlike StarMade, once survival mode comes out. I haven't played StarMade in a while, so they may have added fuel yet. I don't know. And if you want to keep your ship from just going away whenever you bump into it like that, you need to add a gyroscope, which will stabilize it. And the more gyroscopes you add, the faster it will turn. Now you need some engines. It's not as simple as just placing one engine and just having it go in a direction you want. No, you need to add multiple engines to get where you need to go. So now we can move forward. But if we move forward, we can't go back, as in we can't stop. So what we need to do is add some on the front. Alright, we got forward and backwards. But now we need to turn left and right, so you add some on the sides here. And you notice how the ship is moving, but as soon as I add the thruster right here, it pretty much stops. That's because you have inertial dampeners on here, which I guess slows you down as soon as you let off the throttle. And then you have some up thrusters, which will push you down. And finally, we need some thrusters at the bottom here, which is pretty. Now that we have all 6 directions down, the ship has stopped moving completely due to inertial dampeners. And that's pretty much it to make a ship. A very basic ship. I mean, you still need to add armor, guns, and all that. But we can get in here. Press V to go third person mode, scroll out a little bit, and as you can see, we have a ship pretty much. Pretty nimble, so, you know, since it is so small. And we can move left, we can move, yeah, left, move right, we can go up, We can go down, or forward. We can roll. We can press C to go down, space to go up. So yeah. I know to some people, having all these thrusters makes the ship wood kind of ugly. You know, it just doesn't look right, but I mean, once you start hiding them, as in you start not blocking the thrusters with armor blocks, but just kind of hiding them around, make them not so visible, you know, you can get good looking ships out of it. And that's pretty much all it to make a basic ship. And we got different tools and weapons, which aren't actually on here, but they don't work anyway. And if you press K, you get a terminal, which allows you to control pretty much everything. You can turn on and off different gyroscopes. You can turn on off small reactors. You can turn on and off thrusters, or you know, turn thrusters on and off. Which on here it just says small thrust. Small thrust. But you can turn them on and off. Like I can turn both forwards off. And as you can see, I can no longer go forward. It's saving. It saves periodically, so if it crashes, you don't have to worry about losing everything. Excuse me. You can turn them back on. Again, this is alpha. There really isn't much to do except, I mean, the one thing that everyone likes to do in this game, and that is to... Oh, that wasn't spectacular enough. I have an idea. Let's add a lance to it. Let's see how big of a hole we can make in that platform. Hey, where did that go? Oh, we can't do it like that. Oh, there we go. T. Press V to go back to the first person mode. Let's just ram that platform again, since it has been rammed enough. There we go. And I didn't even phase it. Oh yeah, I put a dent in it. Very slight dent. But still, the fact that dents and not just completely, you know, get destroyed. And also what I like about this game is that unlike StarMade, you can turn the inertial dampeners off. And I can move forward. I'm pressing the W key now. Now I let off the W key. And I'm still moving. And that's because unlike some other games, you just keep moving in space because there's nothing to stop you. As you can see, the thrusters are not thrusting anymore. Or not putting out anything, I'm still moving. Only whenever I press X again does it stop me. So instead of using fuel constantly, you only need to use fuel whenever you're actually accelerating to somewhere. Which is useful because this world, I do not think is infinitely generated yet. But it will be. But these asteroids right here, like all these asteroids you see around me are the only asteroids here, even though you see them in the distance. But this small little group of asteroids around spawn is the only asteroids in the game. But like I said, this is alpha, this is very early. Even though it looks like it should be further in development, this is still alpha. So if this game looks this good in alpha, just imagine if once they hit beta, or you know, once they actually start getting things in. Again, these small ships do nothing to these huge ships. Unless you're going at butt naked speeds or something. Do that. Let's ram as hard as we can. Oh. Let's just ram as hard as we can just to finish this video off. But this game's $15. It's on Steam. You can get it on Steam Early Access. And it's a pretty fun game. Once they add multiplayer, it'd be real fun. Ugh. Yeah, that didn't do nothing. Jeez. I'm not happy with it. Something's got to be destroyed. Let's get out of this thing. Let's add more gyroscopes to this. Just so we're able to turn. Let's go into this thing and wreck it again, just because I'm not satisfied yet. Nope. Nope. Delete. Delete. Get in. Nope. X. T. There we go, we can move now. I'm just gonna just ram into this thing one more time. Since we still have engines that work. Power usage is almost at 200%, but I don't think that matters right now since this is an alpha and there's no fuel or there's no, you know, there's no consequences for overstressing your reactors or not having enough reactors, I think. And I'm slowing down, and I need to start going forward. There we go. Come on, move it. Come on, you slow thing, move. Ah, oh, stupid saving. Come on, move it. Go. Go, now. Move. Faster. Faster. It ain't going any faster. Well, actually there is a max speed of this game. There's a max speed of like 100 meters per second right now. But again, alpha, what do you expect? There we go. Let's split this thing in two. Come on. Ugh. As you see, the inertial dampeners are working for the other ship. Just trying to stop it while I'm just sitting here ramming right into it. And we're hitting an asteroid. Ugh. This would be so fun if we had multiplayer or something. Even if there is no weapons, no factions, no whatever, just ramming into each other would seem like insane fun. Alright, pull out. Yeah, pull out. Ugh, won't let me come out. I said this thing will be in two. And I meant that. It's hanging on by a slight thread, it looks like. Come on, go, move. There we go. At the cost of half of my ship, I've completely dismembered this ship in two. And there is no power to the other piece, so it's just going to drift off into space. That one still has power, so it's attempting to keep itself, I guess, stopped. And we just continue to just ram this thing. Look at this ship. My ship just completely destroyed, pretty much. It's still moving though. I think we successfully destroyed these two ships. There we go. Just a big gaping hole right there. And there's no more hallway. Or hallway leading up to that front hangar. Oh, I'm falling. Yes, the falling is just pretty much gravity fields on these two ships right here. Well, I think that one isn't well. No, I think. Press X. I'll just. Oh well. Just look at that. That thing's just pretty much destroyed. And the thing about survival mode is that you actually have to pretty much weld blocks. As in, whenever you place a block down, I think what's going to happen is you're just going to have a small, I guess, frame of it in there, and then you're pretty much going to have to weld it together practically. So could you imagine if you took all the time to build that ship and just get wrecked like that? It kind of makes you rethink going into battle and all that. Because with StarMade, if you wreck your ship, hey, I mean, back when I used to play it, we used to have an issue of people, you can just save a blueprint, and if your ship gets wrecked, oh well, you just salvage the other ship, get all the parts from that, and just build a new ship from blueprints, which made it to where, I mean, if you had all the money in the world, destroying your ship meant nothing to you. It just meant you died or you escaped with your ship all mangled up and wrecked, and it really didn't matter. But with this, once survival mode comes out, where you actually have to mine resources, assemble parts, and all that, find fuel, it's gonna matter. I really think it's gonna rethink how we, do these voxel-based, ships, these voxel-based ship games. Just look at that. It's just beautiful the way that just crashes and the blocks get mangled. It makes it look like a proper ship instead of, just being made from blocks. But I think that's about it for this video. I've pretty much shown you all I can show you since this is an alpha. I could just wreck more things, but leave that up to you if you want to play it, just for you to wreck things. But yeah, I mean, fun game for what it is now. I mean, since all you can do is basically wreck things and be creative. Although I'm not really creative, so I'm not the, I would say, best ship builder in the world. I can make a functional ship, but just really can't make it pretty. I'm not very good at aesthetics and all that. Yeah, pretty fun game since it is an alpha, and I can't wait till they come out with multiplayer. I think that would change up everything. So, again, this is Space Engineers. You can get it on Steam for $15. It's early access. Whoa. So, yeah. If you just like the looks of this game, if you like that you can destroy stuff like this, hey, get the game. I say it'll only get better, as time comes along. So again, this is Zachary, and I guess I'll be signing off here.